when I do that work of imagining a place or a space of land that I love, one of the things that comes most readily to mind is a particular grove of flowering trees near where I live. In each season, they are different. In summer, the green leaves rustle in the breezes, offering shade and comfort, to provide a haven for the birds and the squirrels. In fall, the leaves turn and they drop, raining down reds and oranges and yellows, covering the earth with color. In winter, their stretching branches crisscross the sky, dark and spindly. And in spring, the flowers bloom, puffy and pink, an explosion of beauty. And even as the tree changes, the earth beneath it does too. Browning grass to leaf cover to hardened frost to green again. And beneath that visible ground, a whole world of unseen life. The roots that stretch and grow, the worms and the bugs, the nutrients that fill the soil. Each time of year, these trees and the land that their roots stretch down into offer a different lesson, offer different joys, offer a different access point to wonder. We forget sometimes how precious and wondrous is the earth our feet trod. We forget that it is the land that sustains us with food and shade and materials for shelter and so much more. Without the land, there would be no us. When I was very young, recycling was like hardly a thing. And more than that, littering was common. Does anyone remember that this used to be true? I remember watching people throw trash out their car windows on the highway. I remember seeing street gutters just collecting with garbage, bottles and cigarette butts and papers and more. In the last 50 years, we have made incredible strides, actually, in our collective care for the land. And we cannot go backwards. We have proof that we can make changes in how we tend to the earth. And each of us can make those choices in our own homes, choosing non-toxic ways of gardening and weeding, and collectively continuing to find better ways to dispose of our trash, continuing to protect natural lands, planting more trees, letting more of our spaces go wild without mowing and raking, advocating for farming and land use policies that keep the health of the land at the forefront. I know that change is possible because we've seen it already. This earth is the only one we have, and how we move across it matters. What we notice, what we see, what we appreciate, all of that informs how we behave. We can cultivate a position of appreciation and wonder for the land whose thriving enables our own. In part, we can do this by getting out there, outside, into the world, not taking it for granted, but going slowly and really looking, really noticing, right? When I imagine a body of water that has been a teacher for me, I imagine the Atlantic Ocean and the way its waves hit the shore. Some days they hit gently and in a rhythm that soothes and calms, and other days they crash big and raucous, dissonant and wild. Always the waves rolling in again, again, again. And beyond the crests that reach the shoreline, the vast and visually endless ocean. The horizon line always beyond reach, an elusive place where sky meets sea. In every moment, the ocean is different, even as it is still there, occupying the same space. The movements on the surface change, and the vast and unknown world below changes. The colors shift, the smells, the precise water never stays in place, but the ocean's presence remains reliable in a certain kind of way. The waters teach us about change, about how to grow and move and shift even while we hold tight to that which is most vital, most core. The networks of water across this planet has given life to life. Without the oceans and rivers and lakes and streams, there would be no us. Our care for the oceans and waters of Earth remains less than stellar. Plastics, other trash, contaminants, mercury, we have allowed too much to damage the waters of the Earth. And yet there are stories of success. The cleaning of the Hudson River is an excellent example of incredible care and progress. There is vital continued work going on in the waterways of New York City using oysters to clean so that the dolphins and the otters can come back, and they are coming back. We have seen them. We can actually make change. Our human ingenuity can actually do so much. Things don't have to remain the way they have been. We can take up the same amount of space, but take it up differently. The water teaches us that lesson. We all know that it takes longer to clean than it does to mess things up. And sometimes the cleaning process can feel boring or difficult, but the effort to clean and renew is always worth it. And more than being worth it, it is our moral responsibility to find a way to undo what we have done to restore the waters and protect them moving forward. We find strength and patience for the long journey to the health of our waters by remembering their importance, by imagining all the life that teems below. Deep in the deepest ocean, there are creatures we have not even encountered. The waters contain mysteries and inspire awe. We find our commitment to move forward in health and cleanliness of the waters by realizing again, anew, every day, that network of water on the earth, that is the earth's arteries, the ocean, its beating heart, the waves, the rhythm of the heartbeat. The water holds wonder, the water offers joy, the water is life. Many, many years ago now, I lived for a year in Texas. My parents came to visit and we took a drive across the middle of the state, out into the ranch land, into the wild land. And one night, when we were in our hotel, a storm rolled across the earth. The wildest, biggest storm I've ever seen, or at least that I've ever seen with the vantage point of so much sky. From the windows of our very low hotel, you could see the dark clouds gather as one, the lightning race down through the sky. You could see the rain as it slammed down in sheets. To the left and the right, far enough, were clearer skies, but where the storm had taken hold, it was different. An almost scary display of nature's incredible power. And by the morning, the endless blue had returned, as if the storm had never been there beating down on the earth. The sky looks different in different places, offering small windows out beyond when we look up through buildings and houses, and offering a vastness when we observe it from open fields and wild places. The sky looks different all the time, day to night, season to season, in all kinds of weather. We know that up there, when the sun shines, are still all the stars of the universe, beyond our comprehension in their number and distance. And we know that in the night, the sun is still out there. We know that when the clouds pass, the blue returns, and always more clouds will come. Our sky is integral to the workings of our planet. The clouds in the water cycle, the atmosphere, keeping us whole, the ozone, keeping us protected. Without our sky, there would be no us. And the care of our shared breath, the earth, the air, and the sky, is another place we have seen such progress over time. Air quality has shifted dramatically. Cars are regulated, factories are regulated, smoking is no longer as rampant. We can step outside, breathe deeply, and that breath has a good chance of being clean and clear. And yet we must remain vigilant in our care of our air and our sky. One policy change, one law reversed, and we may find that it is once more easy to pollute the skies, the breath of our world, that keep us safe. We must do our part to keep that breath strong and clear and clean. There are those who believe that Earth, with its land and sea and sky, is a living entity of its own, called Gaia. This is a notion. Some understand our planet as a living, breathing organism with a life beyond our human living. Now, whether we classify it as living or not, the Earth, Gaia, our home, does exist beyond our human living. It can thrive without us. It will exist long after us. It has a rhythm and a cycle that we experience, but that we do not control or possess. And we owe the Earth, this thing that gives us life, we owe Earth our commitment and our care.